Alright,
my.
starting the show. Spiral Series, highlight reel. Love of, here's some music. Bum bum bum. Welcome to Spiral Series Highlight Reel Episode 2. I'm calling it Double Deuces, because 2 seems to be the theme of this show. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay through the chat. I think I might just have to hold it like this. I gotta hold that.
You can readjust it, it's just really hard.
My name is SSE Sumuji, or John. And with me is my loyal co-host, Ninja Nam.
Hello everyone, I am back for more.
Thank you guys very much for tuning in. So let's go ahead and kick the show off here with the agenda. And by agenda, there it is. So we have a lot of stuff to talk about today. Most recently, we had SCR, but before that we had Rambat 2.2, Season 2 of our Spiral Series Rambats. So we'll go over the results, and now we have season standings. After that, we'll do a match analysis of a Street Fighter 4 match between Scott and Zane. And then we'll do a player spotlight on all of our SCR finalists. And then we'll talk a little bit about Ultra Street Fighter 4 and some of the news that popped up.
Oh
recently.
yes,
Yeah.
I am excited, ecstatic, tingling with excitement.
So first up, we'll go over the Killer Instinct results. So the thing about the Rambat this time around is I actually was not present for most of it. So I think having you, I think you were there for a lot of it too, right? No? Or
I was there for AE
Ah.
and beyond.
I missed AE.
Right.
I really wanted to play AE as well.
I think I'll play AE next time when I'm there.
Same.
Yeah.
So Killer Instinct, we had a much smaller turnout than we did in the season premiere, which was a little depressing. Only 13 entrants this time around, which is still respectable. The big thing I've noticed with this tournament was that Saber was knocked into losers right from the get-go.
By
Lycanthos.
Oh, I see.
So first place, he ended up taking first place in the end, and then followed by Macho Punk, who plays Sadira as well. He's a newcomer to fighting games, I believe. Who I don't know. He showed up one day and he was rocking everybody with his Sadira.
He was being very macho, wasn't he?
Yes, very macho. He was kind of a punk.
I'd imagine so.
Followed up by Lycanthos, who is probably one of the most friendly guys I've met in the KI scene and in general. Just very positive dude.
Yeah, he seems to be very dedicated to the game. I see him every time there's a KI casual going on. He's always there.
He's enthusiastic about the game, man. He
Oh,
really
right.
likes it.
Yeah.
He plays on a hitbox.
Oh man.
Yeah. And then TGZ Bala.
Bala.
Playing Jago.
I thought he was moved to Mexico.
I know, right? When he said his name was Bala, I freaked out. I was like, what? Followed by Bloody Zip, TGZ Sober, Dragon Ninja, and Dr. Dog. So,
rocking that Spinal.
Yeah.
I see. I heard bad things about Spinal, so.
I think he's an interesting character. He's kind of like Hakan, where to oil up, your opponent needs to screw up. So season standings, Saber, having won the past 2 Rambats in a row, is in a very commanding lead with 14 points. Macho Punk, I believe he got 3rd last time, so he's got a smaller point pool there with 9 points. TGZ Sober, who did not perform as well as he did in the first Rambat, he's now down to 3rd place with 7 points. And then from then on, it's kind of a crapshoot because everyone's got 5, 4, 2 points, etc.
Crack shoot.
So yeah, I'm hoping this coming Rambat, this coming Saturday, we'll see a bigger turnout for KI and see what happens.
Yeah, as long as we get above 8 people, then we should be fine.
Yeah, 8 is the golden number. So then the next one is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Do you want to go over this one?
Sure, dude. Oh man, by no surprise, first place having AIAB SED3S, and then following is Swoops, and then Saber, and then rounding it off is Homeless Dragon, who I've never heard.
Yeah, Homeless Dragon was a new guy. He for a Cross Tekken scene, to grow. It's actually kind of rare, like to have new players come out.
Yeah.
But this guy came out in force.
Ooh. Yeah. Rufus Sabuki. It's a very interesting team. Then Ray playing Steve, Old Man River, Rocknin, and Neff. Wait, what? Wait, what?
Neff played.
Wait, how? What? Dude, wow, Neff. She's never played this game before.
No, I think
She learned it the day before. Yeah. She came and she was like, "Yeah, I was just bored, so I just learned the game cross Tekken with the other guys."
Yeah, I do remember hearing about that. Yeah, like I think Abe bought her the game, and then she never really practiced it. So
Oh wow! Finally,
yeah,
returning the favor by actually placing and cross Tekken and playing. Chun is a really good character though, so
Yep.
I mean, I'm not gonna take away any credit from her, but Chun is very strong.
and she really likes Howrong too, which is because she plays Howrong in Tekken. So like it just happened to be Chun Hao is a good team.
Well, I mean,
Cross.
Justin Wong already showed us how dominant that team can be in footsies and in damage, so by no surprise. But that's really good, dude. A lot of these players probably have very strong fundamentals, and I see many of them play this game over and over again.
We have a very very dedicated scene. Very dedicated.
Yep, and new players too, which is great. That's awesome. I love seeing new players.
Yeah, like I think this is one of the in the Rambat season, typically attendance drops as the season goes on. Like so we start off really strong, and then as the season goes on, just like people start less people start coming. But actually, Cross Tekken it grew this second Rambat, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep,
that's really good, dude.
So season standings.
Looks like Set 3S still being at the top. Saber falling behind, getting third now, so not as much points. Swoops, so it seems like the top three is being very consistent right now. And then, the usual, the Old Man River, Kyoku, Roknin, Homeless Dragon, Rick Dog. I didn't see him.
I don't think Rick played in the one.
Yeah, I don't think he saw he was there. And then with some of the people, Ray, Red, and Neff. I'm guessing Red was for the last Rambat.
Yes, I'm trying to. Oh, Red was I think that's Ryan.
Yeah,
Zane's
that's
friend.
Ryan.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yep.
We have a very dominant top three right there.
Yeah, I think I've heard from a lot of people that Arizona is the mecca for Street Fighter Cross Tekken.
Not just Arizona, Tucson.
Tucson too. Yeah.
Arizona. But yeah, shout out to everyone that was there actually, except for Abe. 'Cause shame on you.
Except for Abe.
Yeah, you weren't there at SCR, man. Shame on you.
So then we moved on to Street Fighter 4. Nothing too crazy here.
Do you know what Lot is?
Lords of Destruction.
Is it just a name that he wants to go by? Or?
Yeah, I think it's from some TV show or something.
Nico.
Yeah, so for Street Fighter 4, Mr. SNK takes first place, followed by AIAB Kyoku and AIAB Crazy EX. Rounding it out are Saber, Thunder God, So Free, which is Zane or Fluke or whatever. Kill 45 and SSE T. Dotimus Prime.
Oh man, T. Dot making his appearance.
Yep.
In top 8.
Very very glad to see him do so.
He can run brackets and he can beat some fools as well.
Definitely.
So I really like seeing T. Dot play. He actually uses a lot of just raw reactions and fundamentals.
Very reaction-based player.
When things get a little bit too fast, too zany, it kind of slips out of his hands. But T-Dot definitely one of those players. Talented.
The tournament, numbers-wise, it was 30 as opposed to 40 from last week, so we experienced a pretty significant drop in entrance, which is not surprising because Street Fighter 4 tends to be the most accessible game, and so people come and go very quickly because I don't know, they get burnt out or something.
Yeah.
Season standings. These are a lot more exciting. These probably the most exciting in our set of Rambat seasons because we have a bunch of people swooping in and out of the Rambats, winning first place here and there. Like the first Rambat was won by World 8 Driftwood, but he wasn't there this time, so Mr. SNK took it, and now he's slightly ahead of Driftwood and Kyoku for that reason.
I see. So I'm guessing SNK got second last time.
Yes.
So then now he's getting first.
Yep. So that bumps him up, and then Driftwood and SNK will be meeting this coming Saturday to continue the battle for first place. First place gets a trophy, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we haven't hammered out the final look of the trophies yet, but they'll be similar to last year in
Ah,
quality.
yeah. Those trophies were very amazing, and I have to give a warm shout out to Neff for creating those trophies for us.
Yes, they were created by an FGC member. Very
Yes,
cool.
very high quality. Very high quality. Looks like Kyoku actually now second in standings. Um, he hasn't really quite made his solid stand in AE quite as much as he did in his other games, but it seems like he's been coming out a little bit more consistently.
Oh yeah.
Actually, the characters that are being used shown on the left are actually not. It's not that it's not accurate, but it doesn't show Kyoku's all of Kyoku's characters, which he played T-Hawk. He played
You
Sim.
played T-Hawk too?
Yeah, he did.
Oh shoot, I wrote these. I didn't know he played T-Hawk.
Right. He played Sim, T-Hawk, Dictator.
He plays T-Hawk?
I don't know, man. He lost, so he went back to Bison.
Okay.
He did play T-Hawk for whatever reason he did, so
Mm.
I had to show that. And I think he played another character. I don't know, but that's a lot, man.
Yeah,
Three characters.
Definitely, that's a lot of characters to be able to play at a high level.
Yeah.
So then we have Saber in fourth and Crazy EX in fourth as well. And then I'm in fifth. I didn't play in the last one, but I'm gonna make it back. And then Big Dog, Luminaire, Thunder God, So Free, Kyo, T Dot, and AIAB Japanese Steve. Japanese Steve is probably one of the most patient players I've ever seen play a fighting game. He's
man.
like everything ends in a time over with him.
Who
He
does
plays
he play?
Cody.
That doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, moving on. We got Marvel vs. Capcom
Oh my god,
3.
it's so many people.
Yeah,
So much.
I'm gonna go ahead and rearrange this slide while you go ahead and take.
All right. Look. All right. Listen up, guys. So first place, repeat. Actually, this is SSE Fizzy Cup, winning another Rambat, and then followed by BT Angelic, playing a plethora of teams, and then you yourself
Yeah.
at third place, White Tower LXG Akbar, and then myself at fifth, fifth of the North Star Yazawa.
This is the north side.
Fifth of the North Side. Excuse me.
Oh man,
Finally coming out.
that's a pretty good tag. I like that.
Fountain Essence.
Not that good. When you say it like that. But.
SSE Brain Pipe, and then TT Skills That Kills.
That was cool to see AJ come out.
Yeah, usually AJ is that dark horse. He doesn't come out very often, but when he does a lot of damage, man. For sure. People are they're not ready for his Firebrand dominance, and even actually his whole team. He plays his whole team very balanced. He's very balanced with his characters. Never like weak with just one character.
Yep.
And always a pleasure to see his Rocket Raccoon doing work as well. So it was no surprise that he took top 8 for this Rambat. So yeah, it looks like season standings. Fizzy Cups taking his second Rambat, having 14 points. Akbar getting 8 points now. Sumuji, you at 8 also. Angelic also at 8. We're having a 3-way tie for second place. Woo, it's me at 2 points.
Yeah.
This is my first Rambat though.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah,
Enough.
I didn't play the last one.
Oh yeah, you were commentating the whole time.
Right.
Yeah.
Ford not making an appearance, but getting 2 points last time. Lil Steve, Yazawa, Brain Pipe, and then Skills That Kills, and Tubazo and Wenster. So it seems like the only reason why there's so many people is because there's a lot of new people getting top 8 every time. So I'm seeing so Brain Pie having 1 point, which means he just got top 8 this Rambat. Yazawa and Skills That Kills also their first time. Wenster and Lil Steve and Tubazo getting the first time last time, and Forward too. So that's why we have a huge amount of season points.
Yeah, there's a lot of contention for I think like the top 4 or 5 tend to be pretty cemented.
Right. That's basically the team of final round.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
Sort of.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Actually, it is.
I don't know how much you want to give away about that team yet.
It's okay.
Your call if you want to announce that.
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. Fair enough.
We'll put that in the hush hush.
Oh, fair enough.
But let's look. We got 29 entrants, so very solid as usual. I believe we had 31 31 entrants last
No,
time?
we had 27 last time.
Oh,
So
what
we
the
actually
hell?
grew this time.
By 2?
Yeah.
Not bad, not bad. So yeah, I mean, growing by 2 is not really that much. So the most important part is that it seems to be solid, like consistent.
Yeah, like I think all these players are like very high level of skill,
Mhm.
and so
I have to tell you, I've actually been seeing a lot more Tucson players coming down from Marvel,
really,
which is very raw. I mean, rare, raw.
it's so raw.
It's so raw, but yet rare at the same time. Yeah, I like that. I like that. That a lot of new players are coming in just for Marvel.
Yeah, I think Ernest is gonna pick the game up again too, because little Steve
Because
keeps
little
calling him
Steve
out.
keeps calling him out. Yeah, 2 or 3 times already.
Okay,
But that would be very exciting for sure.
so that was all of our Rambats for 2.2. Look forward to 2.3 on March 8th.
In 3 days,
3 days?
2 days.
Okay, 2 days.
Yes.
2 days on Saturday at the Gaming Zone in Tempe, Arizona. Moving right along, it looks like we can get to. Well,
Who will eat and who will be eaten?
I gotta find the match
Where'd
that we
that
were gonna
go?
do.
You had that.
Oops.
Oh, it's right there. Oh
I'm
wait,
bad at
no, it's
this.
not.
Nope, don't have it. I have so
Alright.
many windows open now.
Weird.
Wait for it.
Let me draw. I
Got
want
it.
to draw.
All right, we're the best. Okay, going back to the agenda here. We will now be covering a match between Saber and Fluke.
Cool. Fluke.
Yep.
It must be a fluke every time he wins.
Oh yes.
So Fluke is also on the Rambats named So Free, in case you guys didn't know. So Free also going by his name, aka Zane. You know, he's a zany looking man, if you can see. Zane being the one on the left, on the player side.
Oops.
Saber, aka Scott, being the one on the right. So this is gonna be a showdown between Cody, which is Saber, versus Oni, Oni of Zane. And basically, this is very rare. I mean, any matchup that Oni plays, no one actually knows because no one has ever seen Oni play anything at all. So, with the exception of WoW making his appearance at SCR, which must have wowed a lot of people, pun intended.
Oh man.
And Oni definitely has been showing a lot of dominance lately, with the late, very recent standings of Sanford winning different Rambats and different exhibitions and stuff with Oni. So
Yeah, so we thought it'd be a pretty good character to cover.
yeah, definitely. I know a lot of people would like to see more of what Oni is capable of.
Yep.
So we're about to see what he can do. Basically, Oni is all about damage and just he builds that meter and then he hits you once and you're like, wow, I just lost half my health. What happened?
Yep.
But Cody, on the other hand, applies a lot of pressure, very oppressive, when he gets up close to you.
And this particular matchup,
Right.
it's a pretty interesting dynamic because Cody is he's a frame trap character,
Mhm.
and then Oni is he's got a DP, but it's not focus cancelable.
Yeah.
So like both characters, like by fighting like the way they should, they're taking risks.
Mhm.
So that makes that pretty cool.
Yeah. Oni having one of the greatest DPs in the game, like 19 frames of invincibility or something. Ooh, the frame traps.
Yeah, let me know if you need to stop anything too. We can do
Yeah,
that.
right. So Saber is showing that he will not respect Zane's whatever mix-ups, incomings,
Whatevs.
whatevs. So here we go. Zane on the. Uh oh. Do you see this damage?
Yeah, that's a ton
Reset.
of damage. Oh man! Oh, the
See-
throw and then the dizzy.
See, the thing is that Oni does too much damage in a quick burst, and it's once he gets that damage going, it's like it's hard to stop him because after the Fury swipes or whatever you want to call it,
Fury swipes.
yeah, he's like right in front of you. So it's kind of like the scenario that you find yourself in when Ken does EX Tatsu or when Zangief does EX Screen Hand, right? They're not knocked down, but you're at a frame disadvantage. And so you kind of have to respect what he does, and he gets to choose to grab, low, do the ground pound, or DP or whatever. He literally has a lot of options. Not to mention that he has that really reset swipe. So if you're not looking, then you're basically,
Right.
Yeah, this is where it all started, right here. Look at the time, 77 seconds. All right. Now we're gonna play.
And look at the health deficit there,
Ooh,
and he just takes it all.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
He's just, I'm gonna take all your health. I'm gonna take all your stun.
10 seconds. It only took 10 seconds for him to stun him and take all that meter. And that was when he actually missed it. He missed a jump in too. So,
Jeez.
I mean, if he didn't miss it, imagine what would the damage that would have happened. So
let's talk a little bit about oh crap. That's fine.
all right, go ahead.
Okay, that right there.
Oh, that move.
Look at this move.
Ford Fierce.
That move right there. Like he's gonna I'm gonna press press play for a bit, and look how far he steps back. That's the range on that move. Look how far that move. That's a single normal, and it stuffs fireballs.
Yep.
That is his primary poking tool. So Cody, who has very subpar normals, obviously.
Let's look at the damage real quick though.
Go ahead.
Let's look at the damage. So Cody's normals for poking is like standing short. I want to say
stand forward.
Stand forward. The one that he like steps his foot out.
Yeah.
Stand roundhouse, but kind of slow, but nothing to the extent of what Oni's Ford.
They can't see
Ford Fierce. Yeah.
Okay.
So this move right here is really good. It's like -10, I want to say.
On block?
On block. But, I mean, at this range, if you can react, that's cool. But can you react and punish him within that time frame of something that reaches this far?
Yeah, there's not many 10-frame moves in the game that have that range.
Exactly. Exactly. You can have -1,000, but if you're going to reach halfway across the stage, it's not going to matter, right?
Yep.
So this is a very important tool to be, or normal to be looking out for right here. I mean, obviously, if you focus it, it's really punishable, but it's kind of fast.
So I think here, what's interesting is both these characters also have very subpar projectile games. So you see here that they're committing to throwing fireballs, and then eventually they go in very quickly. Oh my god, the anti-airs!
One more? No, not one more.
Yeah, but they can build up bar very easily. They can throw EX moves like that.
I think Oni having the superior fireball game in this game, in this match.
I agree.
Sorry. Yeah.
Oh, the DP.
Going for a little bit of risk here.
There's your stand forward poke there that Cody uses. Oh my goodness.
It's a little bit hard for him to poke, or for him to punish that move. All right, so you got some combos going on. More meaty combos, frame traps. This looks to be the end.
Oh, he let you bait an uppercut right there.
Wanted to bait an uppercut.
That's a good normal too. Is that stand roundhouse?
Yeah.
We'll do that.
Yeah, we'll leave it be. I mean, that was a good call for Saber to bait the uppercut because at that point, Zane having nothing to lose. He's gonna uppercut, but Zane actually being patient that time.
Oh my god!
Look at that damage.
Look at that! Oh my. Okay.
Yeah. So Saber actually just did some dirty sand right there.
Yep.
Ooh, that damage. Ooh.
Oh, that's punishable. Oh, and he doesn't get the full combo. He's got 2 bars and everything. He could have done so much.
Yeah, he could have done a different combo that time.
Oh, focus.
There's a little bit of a scramble here, but Saber taking a huge advantage of his normals.
Oh my god. Wow. Oh. Okay, that's a weak sauce. And that's a bad punish. So let's pause it real quick here.
That sucks.
Oh, man.
That's all I gotta say. Shout out to hour-long videos.
Yeah. Wait, this is already past that.
No.
This is the next round.
No, it's not. It's
right okay, it's right there. Okay.
So from here, when you know that you're this far, usually, Cody will never hit. Not never, but
right here the sand punished him.
Yeah, the sand punished him, but you're gonna block. Obviously, Zane did block, but the problem is, what was he?
He DP.
Okay, so let's pause right here. Why did he DP?
So we have a couple theories about this.
Right. Exactly.
One is that he was panicked.
Panicked that he was about to be chipped.
So he wanted to do the most invincible thing he could, which is EX.
Correct. And that would have gotten out of trouble, and did some damage, meaty damage, like 200 or something.
Yep. So that's theory number 1.
Yes.
Theory number 2. He tried to do Ultra 2.
Right.
Ultra 2
which is double half circle back.
Double half circle back. And if you know Street Fighter 4's inputs, when you're doing the forward motion of the half circle, that is a DP in a way. Like, if that makes sense. You go back, you go from down back to down forward in a very quick manner.
Yeah.
So that might get you a DP.
Yeah, when you're in when you're in blocking state, so you're holding down back, which he was, and then he tried to do double half circle back
Yeah,
within
that's
that
kinda funny.
small time frame of before the last hit of the ultra.
Especially because Cody's barreling at you, and you don't know if it's an all true string or not. So
Right.
you can't buffer it while you're in block zone either, because he might hit you when you walk
Yeah.
forward for the forward.
If he knew that that was a full block stun, then maybe that would have been a clean ultra. But I don't think Zane actually knew if it was a. He didn't really want to risk it either. But
That said, I mean, you could mess up that input and get a different motion, like a Tatsu motion. You could have gotten EX Tatsu instead. You know? Wait, no,
but
it's
isn't
punches.
it punches?
It's punches. You're
Yeah.
right.
I mean, if you do it cleanly, but still late, you're still blocking because it's backwards. So right here, I think Zane kind of saw the life deficit on him and thought that it probably might have chipped him if he didn't do anything, or maybe he wouldn't. The ultra would be too slow to punish the last hit, which I'm doubting. But a lot of things happen. When things get a little zany.
Oh, Zany! I get it. I get it. All right. So
Pun intended.
Saber takes the first round right there.
Sigh. That's all he can say.
He's bored. He's so bored.
Sigh. Like, I just beat up like a demon.
Sigh. Oppan Gangnam Style. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
Anyways. Alright,
Alright.
so these two old men actually battling it out.
Same threat though from the get go.
Alright, yeah.
This thing.
Alright, so will he get hit though?
Is he gonna open up of that? Oh wow.
He decides
Step
to
kick.
go step kick,
Alright, I'm
which is
doing this.
also another good option though.
Okay. So let's do some more analysis here.
Right.
Oni's in right now. What are his options?
Obviously after step kick, he got hit. So his options are either jab and grab, frame traps with jab after jab, or he can actually do ground pound like after the jab to fake the grab,
Right.
which is really good actually. A lot of people fall for that. So
Oni, yeah, he's got like a minor frame trap game here.
Yeah.
Because of the threat of that grab, and then he's also got the slash grab too. Like
yeah, the slash grab can also be used to apply some pressure and some chip damage, so he could go for that as well.
Let's see what he does. Oh, he goes for the slash.
Oh, wow, a good read actually. That's actually
Wow.
really hard. That's
Let's see if I
that's
can
pretty
rewind that.
impressive.
Yeah, so Saber knew that he was going to go for the slash, and he just released the bingo. All right.
Yeah, I mean you can't release it any earlier because then you would lose your input. So that's actually pretty impressive.
I like that too. I like that.
Yeah.
Let's dial it
Oh,
back here.
that was kind of cool too.
Okay.
He went
So
for
right
it.
here.
Yep.
He knows that the sand is coming, so he neutral jumps and he punishes it.
I mean that's not neutral.
Or not neutral jump.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
he stomps it.
Back grab, decides to fake the input. Yeah.
Oh, that was cool. Oh,
Oh,
he
he
goes
goes
in. He
the other
goes in. Well,
that was rather unfortunate though. That should have hit.
I like Saber's air-to-air game. He's actually air-to-aired him quite
Yeah.
consistently.
That was pretty cool. So within that time frame, he did the Okay, that's fine. He did the cross up slash.
So-
And then figured that Saber is being too disrespectful right now, right? Gonna
So he
do the
drops the
sand.
slash. Oh.
But then back grab.
FTJ.
Fakes.
Oh, he fakes it into a tick throw.
Does a long one. So makes
Alright.
it. Yeah, he makes it look like he was gonna do the fake cross up or whatever,
Oh,
which
man.
is pretty funny.
Look at those shenanigans.
Yeah. One thing I would like to note is that I really would like to see Zane and Oni do more forward grabs, because the advantage of a forward grab is he actually goes half stage,
Yeah, he pushes
not
him
half
back so
screen,
super
half
far.
stage, and he's already half stage. So 2 grabs means you're already at the other corner. If
Oh,
you're
man.
if you weren't already at the other corner, that's the wrong normal. If he did forward heavy, he would have got him, I think, or forward roundhouse. Sorry.
Now both these guys have just committed to throwing out special
Yeah,
moves
yeah.
constantly. All right, so there he's got the he's got the frame traps.
Yeah, not quite. He didn't quite press a button there.
Another good air to air from Saber right there.
That was actually really good. I don't even know what that normal was.
The
Probably-
jump back strong.
Yeah, probably strong, huh?
Oh, he's
Back with
holding
the
on to the knife. Oh my God! Look at the combo.
These knives
The
are
two-hit
really good.
combo.
Yeah.
Mashes it through.
Yep.
Jumps again.
Oh,
You can ultra
That's-
off that, right?
I want to say he's trying to do ultra, but he missed it that time.
Oh no, the chips.
Mm,
Can't he do his own ultra too?
he can, but he was kind of in block stun at that time.
Ah.
He needed to wait after the sand, so he tried doing something there, which was kind of unfortunate. He should have just waited.
Wow, Cody just walks off.
Yeah, Cody walks off. Sigh. So boring. Oh, there it is. There it is.
my
There it is.
God! Oh my God! All right, hang on. Yeah.
So that
Yeah,
looks
it's
that
a
looks to
replay.
be about 100 damage per pop, I think.
Boom.
1, 2,
Boom. Well, misses.
3. I mean,
But yeah, I see that a lot with like really beefy normals. Like Guile will do that too constantly. Oh.
exactly. So, if you guys ever notice anyone with a really far-reaching normal and they hit you once with it, they'll probably do another one. So like Cody, if most Cody players, if they hit you with standing roundhouse, ooh, that was dirty.
Oh, wake up! Okay, so this is really smart here from Saber. All right, hang on. I
That
gotta
was
back
pretty
that
good.
up. Yeah.
Most people are gonna do, like I said, the really far standing normals twice. So Zangief will always do standing medium punch twice. Cody doing standing roundhouse twice. Whatever. So, anyways, where were you?
Okay. So Saber decided to focus on Zane's wake up.
Yep.
And Zane saw that, sniffed it out, and he decided to wake up Ultra because he knew that Cody had no way out except maybe to forward dash or back dash. That's the only way he can cancel his focus attack. So he was gonna eat it. But Scott, being how smart he is, oh, I missed it.
What is it?
I don't think I can get it. We'll see what happens. Wake up.
I mean, he backdashed, right?
Yeah. Oh no! I broke it.
Why'd you break it?
I don't know.
Man, why are you being like this?
I'm the worst. I wanted to highlight his backdash.
Oh, I mean, people saw his backdash.
I wanted to circle it with the drawing tool.
Oh, right. A little bit more. All right, we're almost there.
All right. Never mind. Sorry.
It's alright. I mean, the moment he got hit, we kind of understand what was going on at that point.
Yep.
So.
Well, that's the thing, though, is for those who aren't familiar with Street Fighter 4.
Right.
Okay, whatever.
That's good enough.
Right.
So
right
he's
there,
getting hit, yeah.
he is backdashing. And what that does is, in backdashes in Street Fighter 4, some of them put you airborne. And so you don't eat a full combo.
Yeah.
So ordinarily with the Oni Ultra, like a full cinematic will happen and he'll do some Dragon Ball Z shit to you and kill you.
I want to say what actually happened was that Ultra usually does full cinematic on a clean hit. And so what really is happening is that only the first hit of that Ultra starts the cinematic. So you can still anti-air people and still get the cinematic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, so why didn't this work?
Because when you backdash, you have invincibility frames. So
right.
he was invincible during the time the first hit of the Ultra was active.
So he used the invincibility from his backdash to dodge the cinematic hit.
Right, and he still got a beefy damage, but not as bad as what it would have been.
Right.
Or could have been, I should say.
So let's see how Zane recovers from that, or if he does. He decides to go in because he's like, I missed out on all that damage. I'm gonna keep going in right now.
Yeah, he's got a lot of meter though, and
like he jumped at him and he was like, I'm gonna just keep pressuring you, hit as many buttons as I can because I want to get my damage. And he didn't end up getting it, and Saber took the round.
Yeah,
and took the match.
I really would have liked to see him to use a little bit of meter, at that point. But you know what? Shout outs to both players. They both played the strongest. Zane coming out, rare footage of Fluke being at a ram
in the wild, yeah, dude.
Yeah. But he played a very strong opponent, such as Saber. So.
Yep. So that was our coverage of a Street Fighter 4 match for Rambat 2.2.
Yes.
Very, very cool. Let's see.
I mean, speaking of Street Fighter, though, we're not done yet, though.
Oh, we are not. We have Ultra Street Fighter 4 news and discussion up on our agenda next. So let me go ahead and pull up some stuff here. So our special segment for today is exactly that. It is information on Street Fighter 4, or rather Ultra Street Fighter 4. Okay, so oh wait, did we miss something?
No, we're good. We're good.
No, we missed the player spotlight stuff.
We did?
You want to talk about the players first?
Oh shoot, yeah, why not?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, why not?
So let's back up here because this comes from SCR. This feature was announced in SCR. So let's back up a little bit and talk a little bit more about SCR.
Which one is it?
The top right. Top right. There you go.
Ah, yes. Okay, so let's start off with from top left to the right. Okay.
Well, so first off, SCR 2014 was this weekend, right?
Yes.
Arizona,
just last weekend.
Yep. And what was it in California? Like, what's it?
It was in Irvine, California, at UCI, University of California, Irvine.
Yep. So
really cool place.
Very close to Arizona. So
oh yeah.
A recurring trend every year is an army of Arizona players go out and
Army.
yeah,
Yes,
it's
yes.
really good because like I've seen like our scene just tends to unite. Like last year,
Oh
I think
hell yeah, man.
we all had the hazmat shirts on and like we were all united in that front. Like
Yeah.
the year before that, everybody was like all about Street Fighter 4, and like we had all like banded together then because there was a lot of people's first major is SCR
Right.
from Arizona, and so we have a very like strong camaraderie when we go there.
Even for me, actually, I think SCR is actually my first major, minus Evo,
Oh,
because
really?
Evo is like over a major, like
Yeah.
something I can't even call what it is, like
Yep.
a world wide like
Oh, yeah.
tournament. I don't even know,
Yeah, it's
but
an
yeah.
expo or whatever. But so we had like a ton of Arizona players come, and many of them placed very, very highly in their games. So we would just like to, instead of doing a player spotlight this time, we just like to give a shout out to our top placing Arizona players.
Oh, I can't draw on this.
Do you want to?
Oh, that's fine.
Draw?
No, that's fine.
Okay.
All right, so from the very top left is Wrath, aka Ryan. He actually plays Persona. And he won the last Persona Rambat, which was a couple seasons back actually, with Mitsuru. A very, very, very dominant Mitsuru player. He got seventh place, I believe. This man works hard, grinds online all day, man.
Really?
He's a very dedicated anime player for sure, and he's breaking his way into BB and Guilty Gear and such. So really good to see him finally get out and actually like place very well and get easy out there for the anime games for
Yep.
sure, man. I know. Marvin does really well in Persona as well. So
So on the other end of the spectrum from anime games, we have NetherRealm games.
right, yes,
King Hippo Tanner plays very, very highly in Injustice.
yeah,
top
top eight, seventh place with Deathstroke.
Wow.
Yeah, really
So,
cool.
well done, Tanner. Representing Team Hazmat.
Yep.
And just representing Arizona really well for the NetherRealm scene.
Yeah, apparently Arizona has a somewhat solid NetherRealm scene, so
Yes.
really good to see Tanner actually providing the world with results and showing that AZ is definitely on the map for many games and not just Marvel and whatnot.
So yeah, speaking of Marvel, then we had three pretty highly placing
right.
players.
Considered to be almost our top three players of Arizona. We have on the very middle our rising star,
Rising Star.
AZ Angelic, getting
Representing Broken Tier.
yes, Broken Tears Angelic, ninth place, just right outside top eight. And then Aziz, LXG White Tower Akbar, placing 13th, and then SSE Fizzy Cups, our Rambat winning currently right now, placing just 32, I believe.
Top 32.
So 31 or whatever they call it.
It was a pretty large tournament too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It was about 250 something people.
Not bad.
So yeah, Street Fighter and Marvel capped at 256, and so there was a lot of players, a lot of killers too, man.
Yeah, I imagine with Street Fighter, like people being flown out from
Oh yeah,
outside the nation.
Street Fighter being flown out. Even Marvel with the East Coast players coming in.
Oh yeah,
Team Control was there, and everyone was just there. Full like people from Seattle, like Ratana, NorCal, and just everyone coming up to Marvel. It was very, very solid. But our players did really good work, a lot of good work. I know Aziz beat Ratana, and a couple other people like Jeopardy, and then
Fizzy Cups
CJ.
came really close to beating Justin Wong.
Oh yeah, he was right there, man. He was right there, 2-3.
And then Angelic took out Viscount. He took out a bunch of
He took out Visant. He took out CJ. He took out Rusty Shackelford.
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
I like Rusty.
Rusty is a very, very interesting, unique player, and yeah, it was really rough. But Angelic finally had to go down to ninth place, but very, very solid standing from our players actually. So
yep.
I'm very, very proud of them.
So and then moving on to our biggest and best showing is in Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Cross Tekken, known not to be a very popular game, but SCR showed it a lot of love and treated it as a pretty large major.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I think it was considered like for a while it was considered like the swan song of
the swan song.
Of
wow.
Cross Tekken because they thought it was the last major, you know.
Yeah.
that it wouldn't be around. It's not going to be around at Evo as a main game. So with that, our Arizona guys came out in force. Rock taking top 8. I think he was like fifth or sixth or fourth or
Fourth
fifth.
place.
Fourth place. Oh, thank you for pulling that up.
Yeah.
Rock. Yeah, or as the commentators say, Roach Kiss.
Roach Kiss.
They said Roach Kiss. And then also placing really high was Marvin, or as the commentators would say, Kyaku.
Oh my goodness.
AIV Kyaku.
Kyaku.
Both of those guys playing very, very well in
Oh,
top 8.
yeah.
I think Rock went down to Knuckle Dew and Infiltration.
Yeah, Rock eventually. I think they actually had to play against each other, Rock and Marvin.
They did?
I
Oh,
think
no.
so. I think so.
But fourth and fifth, very respectable placing there.
Yeah, and then obviously Saber getting 7th place at Street Fighter Cross Tekken
Yeah.
with his trademark Law and Paul. Also placing 9th at KI, I believe.
Yeah. He's a former member of Team AGE for Cross Tekken. Still pretty solid in the game, and I'm glad to see like three out of the top 8 for Street Fighter Cross Tekken were from Arizona. So like I said earlier, Arizona is now considered kind of like the Cross Tekken mecca.
Yes, I wouldn't doubt it at all, not at all.
Yep.
I mean, you look at the results here. Infiltration being first place
from Korea.
And he's a worldwide hero and
yep,
for whatever.
Knuckle Dew from
Florida.
Florida.
Yes. PXG Ice. I'm not too sure where Ice is from.
I don't even know.
And then Kelvin from NorCal. Known for his Kazuya and Gamerbee. So these aren't jokes.
Gamerbee's from Taiwan.
Yeah,
so
Gamerbee from Taiwan.
Like we have like multiple continents represented in this top 8, and yet 3 of them are from Arizona.
These people are very, very well-known players for Cross Tekken, and yet 3 of them from AZ. So definitely people,
very
put
proud.
an eye out there. Yep.
The way I described it is, I was not surprised, but I was still very proud.
Yes.
And then rounding out, we had Killer Instinct as well. We had 2 representatives go to SCR, and one of them was Scott Saberbender, who he plays top 8 in Cross Tekken, and he got 9th in Killer Instinct. So respectable. I know he's a little disappointed that he wanted to actually win the whole thing. I think he thought he had a shot at it, and I think he did too. It's just so good placing for him though. 9th place in a it was the first major for KI.
Yeah. I really wish that we could all be in top 8, but Arizona being the small scene that it is, and we can only get so much competitive experience, compared to people with large scenes and people, being close to different large cities that have a lot of plethora of players. So still, shout outs to everyone that made top whatever in SCR 2014. And if I had missed anyone, and we apologize, this is just going off of random results
that we saw throughout the weekend.
Yeah, we saw throughout different sources. But still, a lot of players like Lorenzo playing Blaze Blue, this and that, Lena playing Guilty Gear, so just absolutely.
Yeah, even if you didn't actually place high, or if you just going and representing Arizona, we had an enormous team. I saw pictures of I didn't get to go personally, and I'm bummed out about that. But I saw pictures of the Arizona room and everybody just hanging out and being good buddies and comrades and stuff like that. And that's the kind of unity that our scene needs, and that's what. When you have your team cheering for you, that's something. That's really something.
Yeah, definitely, dude. I like SCR 14. I was actually there. Very fun experience. I really would like to go out to another major and hopefully repeat the experience with my AZ brethren, for sure, dude.
Very cool. So SCR, lots of cool things happened at SCR though. In addition to our AZ players doing so well, they announced more information on Street Fighter or Ultra Street Fighter 4. And so, segueing back into our mistaken segment from earlier, they announced Edition Select in Street Fighter 4, which was kind of a big deal.
This is cute.
So,
what does it say? Tiger uppercut takes no damage. Standing short.
It's just standing short.
Yeah, it just says standing short.
Oh man.
And then Tiger shot obstacle course closed.
Oh man. Okay, so yeah, for those who didn't get the trailer, because I actually didn't understand it at first either.
Right,
He's having nightmares about Sagat, and then he reads the list of Sagat nerves, and then he's suddenly oh, I can sleep again because Yeah, he got nerfed bad.
Except
Except
he's back.
that was so whack. I actually took that as like a character announcement at first. I was like, what the hell? I was working at the time, and I just stopped and I was like, "What?" really loud in my office, and everyone looked at me. So going all the way to
wow.
Ultra.
Okay, so you can see right here. This basically tells you everything.
Yep. Edition select.
From Vanilla Street Fighter 4 to Super to AE to 2012 to Ultra. Edition select. So
Yep.
very similar, if you guys don't know, is to ST.
Yep.
You get to choose what Champion Edition and
Yeah, you
this
can
and
pick,
that.
Yeah, you get to pick between the old character and the ST character. ST character had supers.
Wow, look at
like
that.
a super bar and
Wow.
everything, and then old character did not have a super bar because that was during Champion Edition, and they
Yep.
couldn't tech throws either, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, wow. That's kind of stupid. Like they kind of showcase the things that were really stupid back then. Like and Bison have a really good Ultra 2. Rose having no recovery on her Ultra 2 as well.
Oh man, that
This
was
Ultra
nuts.
doing
Vanilla Akuma having
Vanilla having
the loops.
pseudo infinites.
Oh, AE Yun.
Yeah.
AE Yun was a whole other deal.
Super Bison. Oh, Brainless, of course. Yeah. Yeah, this is kind of stupid too.
Yeah, look how quick that it just appears. And
Yeah.
then Ryu doing so much damage.
Vanilla Seth.
Vanilla Seth was busted, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh my god. So yeah, like they're just showing off like the most powerful versions of the characters, like Super Bison and AE Geef. AE Geef was so good, dude.
Was it AE Give that was really good?
AE Geef, yeah, because it was his pile driver length.
Oh right,
Or
but
the
did his green hand knock down at that time?
I think they actually.
Took that out, didn't they? Oh yeah, no, it was probably still there because look right here.
Huh?
They decided to
Oh yeah.
yeah. So AE Geef probably being one of the strongest at the time. Oh, Super Guile.
Super Guile was nuts when they gave him that charge time.
Yeah.
Ultra Dudley, which is very interesting to see because he's the first Ultra character on this list, and they think that Ultra Dudley is better than any other iteration of Dudley.
I would
which
have
is
to agree.
Probably true.
I mean, he's only received buffs from since Super. So.
Yeah, because that character sucks.
it does. This is pretty funny.
Ultra Rose.
Ultra Rose.
What are they doing to Rose?
Ultra Rose. I have no clue. I thought they meant Super Rose. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
They might give her back the recovery. No recovery on Ultra 2. I'm not too sure.
Super Rufus. Super Rufus with the Ultra 2, which is
yeah. Oh my god! You cannot jump. You cannot jump against
so
Rufus.
Good. Super Dulcim. I don't know what they did to Dulcim, honestly.
They just stopped nerfing him since then, probably.
Oh, I see. Okay.
AE Viper.
Aeon.
Yeah,
Aeon
and Vanilla Sagat.
Oh,
Vanilla Sagat being considered god tier at the time, actually.
Yeah.
So
DP and dive kick. Oh yes. So
that's actually very hype, actually.
yeah, like I wish I was in the crowd when that happened because like they cut to the trailer and I was freaking out just like by myself just watching it, and then they cut to the crowd and like you could hear like the aftermath of the crowd cheering their balls off.
Oh wow! No, everyone was going nuts when they saw the trailer. I was there. The room just erupted. Like I'm sitting there, and even Armando, who was playing, looked over and was like, "What?" He was in the middle of a money match, and he was just like, "What?" And then he lost. No, he actually won that time.
Oh, okay.
But he definitely was very excited. Yeah, everyone was excited. You know, it's
Very cool.
really cool. They actually had some exhibitions with Edition Select too. If you were
Yeah,
there,
they had like a couple
Mike Ross versus Gamer B.
Super versus Super. Yeah.
Versus and then Online Tony versus Alex Valle, whatnot.
So this kind of announcement though has brought on a lot of different questions and discussions for the community.
Yes.
Like number one being, can you go ahead and start playing the trailer again?
Oh, okay.
Just that way I have something playing in the background.
Right.
Number one being, what does this mean for tournaments?
Oh man.
So the main argument against this new mode is that all the balancing they're doing for Ultra is just getting thrown out the window. Agree? Disagree?
Disagree, because all the balance. Well, I mean, the balancing means that they become different characters then. And at that point, you know, it's instead of choosing to play crappy Dudley from Super, why not play Ultra Dudley where it's really good? So maybe Super Dudley against, let's say, Zangief is really bad, but you know, maybe you can play Ultra Dudley and wouldn't be as bad.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, tournament viable, I'm not too sure about that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like it there's just because was it, like 4 times 40 characters is 160 different characters technically.
Yeah.
Um,
Except for Viper.
except for,
Yeah, Viper didn't really change.
oh yeah, Viper. Yeah, she was pretty good in AE. Vanilla, she was really good.
She
too.
went from vanilla to AE without barely any changes, and then they started catching on. Like, hey, this character's kind of crazy.
Yep.
So
So that actually brings up another point is that maybe actually, yeah, pausing it right here is perfect because this is these
good.
two characters here.
Oh my god.
Sagat, known to be the most powerful character in vanilla.
Still the Street Fighter of this age.
If vanilla had gone on for more than a year, because Super came out a year after vanilla, so everyone was complaining about how quickly it came out.
Yeah.
If the game had gone on for a year, would Sagat have still been top? And I think most people who played vanilla understand that was not the case, and that Sagat was really good at first, but he was slowly going to be dropping down. Akuma, Viper, Cammy, Seth, all those characters who, Akuma and Seth in particular, where in a game with a ton of damage, like really, really high damage, they would die in 2 hits.
Yeah.
So it was really hard to play them. But then over time, we realized just how many options each of those characters had, and you're like, well, maybe the game would have evolved. And so since then, Super came out, and that was the era of the charge characters, and then people started discovering unblockables, and then it turned into Vortex characters in Arcade Edition and in 2012.
There was unblockables in vanilla too.
Yeah, there were unblockables.
Which was very
ultras.
silly. Yeah, unblockable ultras.
The meaty ultra stuff. Yeah. So like that's an example of it just being a nightmare for tournaments.
Yeah, it is.
Like that kind of unbalance, all the glitches and stuff.
I heard
still there.
the unblockables actually still work for the characters back then.
So in a weird way, you could argue in favor of balance then, because you're like,
Yeah.
well, vanilla characters had all this broken crap, but they're still victim to unblockables. They're still victim. They don't have delayed wake up. They don't have red focus, and they don't have they get hit by unblockables.
Yeah, they do a lot of damage, but they have less options.
So in a weird way, yeah, there is some kind of extra balance there because the ultra characters are definitely like nerfed versions of every other character, pretty much like damage wise, and so, but they have more escape options. So it's very interesting to see, like, it might end up balancing itself out, kind of like how ST did. You know. That said. This mode was announced as a separate mode. It's not.
Yes.
I don't think it was announced for online yet. I think people are looking into petitioning for it and stuff.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was online. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
I mean, for the most part, like it's kind of up in the air. But as a tournament organizer, I don't believe it's going to catch on.
Yeah, I honestly think that it would just be a nightmare. Honestly, to just go. Okay, now he's playing this Ryu. Now he's playing this Ryu. But then, to be honest, no one would probably play Super, like whatever Ryu. They would all play Vanilla Ryu, right? Because Vanilla Ryu is probably the best.
Well, like I said though, like Vanilla Ryu, you could get unblockable to death by Ibuki. She has unblockable on Ryu, so like you might be forced to play Ultra Ryu. You know.
But he had a really good DPs and a really good low forward too.
Oh, he did have. Yeah. He still has a really good low forward.
They brought it back.
Yeah,
finally,
they brought it back.
Thank God. But you know, like Sagat, like why would you ever play against any other Sagat except for Ultra Sagat? Yeah, Ultra Sagat is really good though.
Again, you don't get unblockable to death.
Yeah.
You have delayed wake
and you actually get Ultra in the combo in the corner.
So I think what this feature did is it teased the theory fighter in everybody. Everybody starts talking about their dream matches and they want to talk tiers.
Yeah.
Talking about tiers seems to be all the rage nowadays.
Always been the rage. Always been.
Fair enough. So, but as a whole, the level of impact that this will have on our competitive scene, what do you think?
Competitive scene, I think it's gonna be probably 15 to 20%. Very little. I think it depends on the tournament organizer at that point. So, and knowing that it's gonna be a nightmare. Having all this and that is just too much. I think that it's better to have one solid version of a game and go through with it to play Ultra.
Yep.
And I mean, honestly, the game hasn't come out yet, so it just came out. Once it comes out, we all need to know what Ultra characters do, right?
Yep.
So why would you like not play the Ultra version of a character and just go straight to vanilla?
Balancing in general is an ecosystem, and that all the Ultra characters have been balanced with respect to one another, in relation to one another, and so like there are some times when you think that maybe a character was really good in one edition because every other character was bad. If that makes
Right.
sense.
Yes.
So like
Mhm.
Rufus was really good in Super, but maybe that he was only good because all the Fireball characters were really good. All the
Yeah.
Ultra Charge
Yeah.
characters were
Yeah.
really good. He could pressure them. So maybe when put in a different environment, Super Rufus won't be nearly as good.
Right.
So like I forgot what point I was trying to make here.
Right here, like maybe someone had a faster recovery to the fireball, and people had free jump ins on a different version because they had slow recovery, but now they could they had a good recovery, so now their matchups are slightly different or whatever. Like let's say Guile, Super Guile is a huge example because of his I believe they shortened his charge time by a little bit more,
Yep.
and then they increased the meter build by a crap ton.
Yep. So then suddenly had a ton of meters to FADC everything.
Oh yeah, so he was really safe on a lot of things. So
Yep.
obviously the matchups like that definitely really, like you said, balances an ecosystem.
Right. And so like the game in that sense might be more boring,
Mhm.
or rather be more unbalanced and more boring because of that.
Yeah.
If it's left to use addition select. So
Yeah.
Ultra is a very tightly tuned game, and so they're going to
Right.
be continue trying to make it the best iteration possible, and we should respect that from a competitive
Yeah,
standpoint.
obviously it took like almost over a year, not even a year. How long did they take to make this Ultra stuff? They announced the last Evo. And I'm pretty sure they were already balancing the tweaks before the announcement, right?
Yeah, I mean,
So it's been over a year or two or whatever for them to create this edition that would be balanced and for them to make it tournament viable. And then all of a sudden we're gonna, pull out a tournament edition and just kind of throw it all out the window.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it wouldn't be, it wouldn't make too much sense
Yep.
at that point. At least we'll play the Ultra Edition for the first whatever until we get bored, and then we'll play Edition to Select.
Yeah.
Actually, that's what I'm thinking will happen right now.
You think so?
I think we'll probably play Ultra Edition for like 2 years, and everyone will be like, "Oh, this is boring. Let's play Ultra Edition Select." Yeah.
That could be a fun way to revitalize the game.
Yeah, so I'm definitely on the side of having only Ultra, and Edition Select being just a fun mode or a side tournament. A side tournament would actually be pretty cool. And have Vanilla Sagat versus Super AE and kind of just
Yep.
let things just fly, everything just go crazy.
Yep. So we could go on and on about balance and like
Yeah.
how stuff changed over time and everything like that. But I think that's a pretty good amount of discussion we've had over
Just
Ultra
one,
Street Fighter 4.
yeah.
One facet of Ultra Street
Oh
Fighter
yeah,
4. So
definitely.
by no means are we done covering Ultra Street Fighter 4. It'll
Of course.
be a
And,
very interesting.
I mean, we
launch.
can't even talk about the characters because we've never. I actually played Ultra like a couple rounds.
Yeah, how'd you think? Who'd you play?
I played Hugo.
Ah.
Probably like the worst first
Like
character
Hugo,
to play.
yeah.
Because
Okay.
Hugo is so hard to play because he's so slow and clunky.
Yeah.
So you move and you're like, I'm not moving anywhere.
I'm not
And
going
it's not like
anywhere.
Makoto because Makoto walks slow but she dashes fast. But Hugo is walk slow, dash slow, jump slow, everything slow. So it's like, what the fuck?
But he
am I
takes you to the
supposed do?
corner immediately.
Yes, if you can get him in the corner immediately, everything is really awesome. Yeah, so I played against Gutex and he played Poison, and that was really hard. But I think this is gonna be really fun. All these new characters and these new balance things, they're gonna be really cool. And Edition Select will keep the casual players um not so hungry for these things. Yeah. So I think that's pretty good for Ultra Street Fighter 4. Definitely a great future for fighting games and the fighting game community in general. So that's what I like to see. I like to see a great uh, future.
Yeah, I think it'll
Yeah.
be a really bright future for the game, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it. So I think we're about an hour. So that pretty much wraps up our show for today. This is episode 2 of season 2. We called it Double Deuces for various reasons. Double Deuces. Okay, so it's season 2, episode 2. We're covering Rambat 2.2 on February 22nd with Nam and John. So we had a lot of cool. Today's the day of doubles.
Hell yeah.
Oh, we should have called it Daily Double. That would have been tight.
Oh
Damn
yeah,
it.
Daily
Ah!
That would have been too good.
Okay.
Yeah, throw your tantrum.
Okay. With that, I'm gonna tantrum my way out and go ahead and call it a night.
Right. I'm just gonna say a few comments. Shout outs to the Arizona FGC and shout outs to you doing the show.
Likewise.
Yeah, and it's really cool to recap and really highlight the Arizona scene in general because people may not know it, but we're actually a pretty strong team or a pretty strong scene for what it's worth.
Yep.
We're not like a crazy SoCal, NorCal kind of thing, but we're still very tightly knit, but very highly skilled. And speaking of highly skilled and tightly knit, expect a lot of players to be at final round next weekend. Sorry, and the team Arizona and some others will
I'm part of that.
represent the
Yeah.
curly mustache for sure. So curly mustache having a team for the Marvel with Angelic being the team leader, you Fizzy Cups, forward.
Well, that sucks.
Okay.
Like that's gonna ruin the YouTube archive.
Oh jeez.
Man. Okay. Anyway, we'll call it a night here. Anyway, there's nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess. Well, real quick. Who do you think is gonna win the Rambat?
This Rambat?
Yes.
For
this Saturday.
For Marvel?
Any.
Okay, so for Marvel, I think depending on who goes, probably Angelic, and then for AE, I'm guessing probably SNK. Gonna take that run back against the Fei Long. KI, obviously KI and Cross Tekken. I've got we've got consistent winners already. I'm just gonna keep going with Set 3S and Saber for KI.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah. Yourself?
I like Scott again. Saber for KI. I like set 3S for Cross, but I'm gonna qualify that and say maybe Swoops might swoop in. Maybe
Swoop in, huh?
This might be a challenge.
Hard challenge.
Street Fighter 4. I like SNK. I think he took the last loss from Driftwood pretty hard, and I think he's gonna handle this coming one. And then for Marvel, I think it's kind of a crapshoot.
It is a crapshoot. I mean, I picked Angelic. I think
I like either Fizzy Cups or I don't know. Either Fizzy Cups, Akbar, if he's there. Forward could win too. Like
yeah.
I think there's a lot of different people.
I mean, if I was there, I would have chosen myself, obviously. So it's not even a competition. But yeah, I think that with all the B stuff gone out of the way, I think Angelic can really just
go back to
play his team and just go. Actually, I don't know. I mean, I've talked to him and he wanted to play some experimental teams and.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
We'll
then.
see. Marvel, too close to call. You can't really call Marvel ever. Yeah.
So tune in next time, 2 days from now, on the Spiral Series Rambat Season 2.3.
How do I play this song?
Huh?
How do I play this song?
Just hit the play button right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Oh shoot, hang on. Let me see. Yeah, this is not as professional as we'd hoped.
Rise from your grave.
Okay, we're calling it a night.
This is actually my alarm clock song.
This is your alarm?
Yeah, my alarm clock song. Because it says it's rise from your grave. So every
Really?
morning, Zeus calls me and tells me to rise from my grave. So I gotta wake up and rise from my grave.
Oh my god.
And do some work, yo.
Thank you guys for tuning in.
Later, guys.